internet because a lot of bad things are happening to young kids and young minds, and their minds are being formed. And we have to do something about maybe what they're seeing and how they're seeing it, and also video games. I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts.
The World Health Organization officially designated gaming disorder as a mental health condition.
Yes, the World Health Organization claiming video games are addictive, on the same page as alcohol and gambling.
We're on your side tonight learning more about how this disorder could actually impact you and your family. We're talking mainly
Gaming disorder. It's where you play video games so much, online or offline, it takes over your life.
Gaming is now seen as a mental health disorder. Many people still play video games though. The number of people gaming is increasing. So why is gaming seen so badly? Well, there is different reasons why the media now portrays gaming as a bad thing. First off, they question why people actually game. Well, that's simple. People game because it is their interest, their hobby that they enjoy. Obviously, like anything, some people will take things too seriously. Sometimes people get angry because they have not got the outcome they wanted. But for the most part, gaming is to enjoy yourself. Sometimes things don't work out, but that could happen with anything. And researchers make the case that if violent games directly led to violent behavior, the data would show increases in violent crime on a large scale as more people played violent games. In fact, there is some evidence that as more youth play video games, rates of youth violence have decreased. So there is no evidence that gaming has any effect on violence, but rather decreases violence. But as I said, a small majority of people can do something bad, and sometimes it affects how people look at the picture of gaming. Gaming is a form of entertainment, the same entertainment we get out of reading a book or watching a film.
Our GMA cover story, a parenting alert about a popular video game so many kids are playing.
That's right, Robin. Video games are facing some new scrutiny. This called Fortnite is drawing millions of players, and some parents are worrying their kids are spending way too much time at the controls.
It's the online game that has fans in a frenzy. Fortnite's objective? Players in the game's free Battle Royale version join teams and battle up to 100 others to be the last person standing. The multiplayer melee drawing comparisons to blockbuster franchise The Hunger Games.
Fortnite is a main topic right now. Fortnite is an online video game developed by Epic Games and released in 2017. It is a battle royals game that has attracted millions of players. It's probably one of the most viral games of all time. If asking anyone, they probably would have heard Fortnite. Now Fortnite is said to be a very addicting game, but anything can become addictive if you like it a lot. To be honest, there is a lot of people who do play games a bit too much, but that's up to them. If they want to play games for that long, they can, but it probably isn't the best thing to do. Many children should focus more on their grades rather than play games. And if adults have a job, they should focus on their job more than the game. Gaming still should be allowed though, as if it's something they want to do in their spare time they can. Fortnite is seen as a violent video game in perspective of the press, but in my opinion, I don't find Fortnite violent. In Fortnite you have cartoon characters fighting each other. When they fight each other with cartoon weapons and is not realistic at all. When they shoot you can't even see the bullets, and then after that there is no damage to the player other than a loss of health. In fact, I find Fortnite to be one of the least violent games as of today, as most games are rated 18+ and Fortnite is rated 12+, and if anyone finds the games violent and is below the age group, they should not be allowed to play the game. There are game ratings for a reason, which tell you all the factors in the game which could be offensive. Also, they give you information about the game and what will happen in the game. But some people will still find gaming offensive, and if that is so, you don't have to get the game. However, you can't stop others from getting it, as it is their choice, and also if you remove a game, it also affects the developers who have invested their time and effort, as they would not have a wage.
Days when teenagers would have to trek to their local GameStop or Blockbuster to buy video games, long gone. It's all right there, thanks to the dominance of online gaming. But with publishers and online retailers thrilled about this, could there be a potential downside?
Wikipedia states that video game addiction, also known as gaming disorder, is generally defined as problematic, compulsive use of video and/or internet games that results in significant impairment in an individual's function in various life domains over a prolonged period of time. This and associated concepts have been under considerable research, debate and discussion amongst experts in several disciplines, and have generated controversy from the medical, scientific and gaming communities. The disorder may present itself as compulsive gaming, social isolation, mood swings, diminished imagination, and hyperfocus on in-game achievements, to the exclusion of other events in life. Such disorders can be diagnosed when an individual engages in gaming activities at the cost of fulfilling daily responsibilities or pursuing other interests, and without regard for the negative consequences. As a growing concern of video game addiction, the use of psychopharmacology, psychotherapy, 12-step programs, and use of continuing developing treatment enhancements have proven to show signs of the decrease the side effect of the addiction of video games. Some countries, such as South Korea, China, the Netherlands, Canada, and the United States, have responded to the perceived threat of video game addiction by opening treatment centers. According to Psych Guides, there are many different causing factors into video game addiction. One of the main